we are on a field trip. We're at Christina's house because our kitchen is being remodeled by Thomas the Great. So today we're going to be taking care of a request that I've been getting for a long time. It's Pollo a la Barbacoa. And really what that means is Barbacoa is barbecue. Now, my brother has a great recipe that he enjoys very much. It's a great sauce. It has teriyaki, and we're going to recreate that here today. Now, we've started off cleaning and pat dry some chicken. This is organic chicken that we picked up at the grocery store. And I'm going to season it very simple because we're going to put it in the oven with a steam pan, and we're going to wait until it's nice and crispy, and then we're going to add our sauce. Okay? So what I've got here is I've got some great olive oil. Always try to choose a good olive oil. You know, it can make all the difference, and I like to use extra virgin myself. Picked up some nice smoky French gray salt. It's got a great scent to it. It also leaves with a nice little smoky flavor. So we're going to put that all over. Okay? And it's not, doesn't leave that so salty taste as a sea salt or a regular salt. Some nice pepper over it. Okay? And what I want is I want this to have a nice golden brown tone to it. So I've got some butter. You can use regular butter. You can use a little Land O'Lakes margarine is also a great brand. And you just want to cover the chicken lightly. Okay? Doesn't have to be completely covered. You just want to smush it in your hands. Go over it lightly. You know, just it'll have a nice little golden brown to it. There we go. Last thing we're going to do is put a little bit of orange juice. Nice squeezed orange juice. Cover your chicken. Okay. And we're going to top it with some fresh rosemary. Rosemary is a great herb for chicken, for fish. Okay, you can pick this up at your local grocery store, and you just want to add a little bit, kind of throw it around. There we go. Now we're going to let this cook in the oven. It's probably going to take about a good 35 to 45 minutes depending on the strength of your oven. Now I've added a steam pan just so I can keep the moisture. My daughter doesn't have a convection oven, so that's why I put the steam pan in there. Okay? Right now we're going to start on the mixture that we're going to put together with our rice. So I've gotten some boar head, sliced bacon. Okay, it's a nice and thick, and you can buy the better quality bacon. It'll have more of the meat on it. But either way, I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to take out what I need. Just half the package. And I'm going to pan fry it. Okay. I'm just going to slice it up into little pieces. It's right there. We're also going to cut into some nice chorizo. This is a product of Spain. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. Have a little better quality when you're choosing your ingredients for your food. Just going to cut it up into small little pieces. Okay, and we'll put that to the side. Then we're also going to chop up a sweet onion, some shallots, 3 cloves of garlic, and some yellow and red sweet pepper. And we'll be right back with all of that cut up. Okay, I'm putting the bacon into the sauteing pan and the chorizo. And I'm going to let that cook up because that really needs to cook a little bit before we add the vegetables. And then we're going to come over here and slice up our vegetables. Now I've chopped up all the vegetables. I've got them here in a pile, and we're going to add it to the saute pan. Okay? Put some nice olive oil in there. And that's what you want to hear, is that sizzle. There we go. Nice. And I'm going to saute that until everything is nice and tender. That's going to take a little bit of time because I'm going to make it into a sauce. So it's going to be a little bit more than your usual 5 to 6 minutes. Okay? So I put it at about a 4. I'm going to leave it there, and you can see over here we have the bacon and the chorizo. That's cooking up nicely. Okay? The chorizo is really releasing a lot of the oils. We're going to get rid of some of that, but we're going to keep some of it for the mixture in the rice. In about 8 minutes or so, now the vegetables are nice and tender. They've really been able to get all the flavor out, and if you can smell it, it's just a fantastic aroma. So right now we're going to add about 1 cup of chicken broth. Okay? And really what I want is the vegetables to become even softer, because we're going to turn this into a great sauce. So we're going to have this simmer probably for about another 8 minutes or so, and then we're going to add our our teriyaki sauce, a little Dijon mustard, as soon as this starts simmering and boiling. While we have our veggies simmering in our broth, we're going to go ahead and start on our rice. So I've taken the chorizo and the bacon out. I'm going to let it sit, and I'm going to saute some fresh sweet onions and some fresh garlic. And we're going to cook that until it's tender, right here in the same sauce, the same chorizo oil. Okay, because we're going to combine that all together. Keep on moving this around until everything's nice and tender. Now we can take a peek over here and see how our sauce is doing. Oh, nice. See how it's all starting to blend together? It's all getting nice and soft. We'll give that about another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll put that in the blender. As we can see, the veggies are nice and tender now. We got a little bit of stickiness going on here, so we're going to add a little bit of broth just to deglaze the pan, because we really want to get those flavors off of the pan and into our food. And that's what we got going on here. Perfect. Put it a tiny bit higher. And now, separately, I have some cubed ham, some carrots, some spinach, and some mushrooms. And we're going to add that, and we're going to saute that now with the onions and the garlic. Okay, so just toss it all in there. And we're just going to start mixing that around. Got some nice color in here. We got some orange, some greens, and that's really going to bring a lot to this dish. So we'll stir it around and let it cook, probably just for about 5 or 6 minutes. Now we're going to go back over here, check our veggies for our sauce, and they are ready. Okay? So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to lower that. And we're going to start adding. Teriyaki. Soy vey is a great product. It's got a great flavor. I really enjoy this. We're going to use that as a glaze. We're going to add it to the dish. We're going to add a tiny bit of Dijon mustard. There you go. Just about that much. That's just going to bring a little bit of spice to it. Stir that around. Then we're going to prepare the blender so that we can mix this all together so we can get a nice fine and smooth coat for the chicken. Okay, so we'll be back ready to prepare to add the rice mixture. So we've got our white rice. I let the steam out so it'll be a little bit drier. So we're going to add that to here. Mix it all together. And it's almost a little bit like a Chinese rice, but I thought it would be fitting since we're going to have the teriyaki barbecue chicken. The only difference is that we're going to add our chorizo and our bacon bits to this. Okay. We've got a tiny bit of the chorizo oil. I'm going to put that over it. Give it a little bit of color and a nice flavor. I'm mixing it around. You don't want it just to sit in one spot. You don't want it to overcook. I'm going to put a little bit of our adobo seasoning. Cracked pepper. Just mix that around. Okay, the last thing we're going to add is the chorizo and the bacon bits. Okay. And really, this in itself would be a great meal. You can serve it with some avocado. Just a great way of adding protein and vegetables all together. Okay, we're going to let this sit, and we're going to let the flavors sort of come together, and then we're going to work on our sauce. We're looking at the sauce, and it's got a great color. We're going to add a little bit of sweetness. So how we're going to do that is we're going to put some fresh pineapple in there. A little bit of brown sugar. And a little cap full of rum. There we go. Nice. Have that simmer just for a few more minutes. Let it maybe get glazed over. And then we're going to put it in our blender. Barbecue sauce has been blended, so it's got a great flavor. I wish you could taste it. But now we're going to cover our chicken, which I pulled out. Okay? And it's going to be simple. You just really want to cover it. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Generously. And then we're going to put it back in the oven for about 10 minutes or so, just so the sugars can glaze the chicken. So we'll see you back in about 10 minutes. Chicken's ready, rice is ready, we've plated it as you can see. It's got great color and great flavor. Thank you so much for watching us today in my daughter's kitchen. And I'd like to thank you again for joining us and watching our videos. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on syndicatednews.net. Thank you and have a great day.